Don't forget, Margaret River kicks off April 20th, and it is a crucial event. Stop 5 on the championship tour, and that one will decide who's going to be campaigning through the back half of the season for a spot in the Rip Curl WSL finals. Last year, it was high drama, Rosie.
Oh, it's so much drama. I mean, I think, yeah, watching it unfold was watching people's careers on the line and watching those big moves up the rankings. I mean, Isabella Nichols, what a huge moment for her. So even on the men's side, there were just emotional moments.
Yeah, some people aren't going to be facing the same kind of drama this year when we get to stop number 5. Let's look at who has shored up their position for the back half of next year and for the CT in 2024. There's the list of confirmed athletes who have made the cut. And yeah, Ryan Callanan getting the job done here, Rich, and making a big move into the top 10 to shore up his position.
Yeah, it's a really good-looking bunch of men there that have made the cut. Gabriel Medina, he's solid as well. Ethan, John, and Ryan Callanan, great result there, getting all the way to second in this event, and safe now. He can relax a little and refocus now. Think about that top 5 finish so he can make the final series.
Well, Jack Robinson is going to be a surfer to watch for sure this year. He's in a great position on the leaderboard as he looks to go back-to-back at his hometown venue. Had an amazing run through the contest last year and even managed to get the win over John Florence.
Yeah, and if there was anyone that you had to beat in the final over there, it was John. You know, he's got this place down on lock, but, you know, have a look at what Jack Robbo was doing over there. Obviously has the hometown advantage growing up here. But, you know, one little thing here, you know, Jack had that little tweak of the knee potentially coming into this event, so we're unsure, you know, how his left bells and how he's going to fare coming into Margaret River, but certainly he'll be bringing these good vibes and that winning feeling.
Well, he is a winner these days. We're going to have a look now at those surfers that are kind of not guaranteed on the back half of the season just yet, but we're having a look at those surfers just outside that top 10 at the moment. Medina, he's a lock. He's locked in his position, but it's going to be intense, Rosie, because these surfers are all going to want to make a couple of those early round heats and stave off the attack from those surfers outside or below that cut line.
Yeah, this cut line is going to be one to watch. I mean, for Kelly Slater, he's dropped a couple spots there, so, you know, in my mind, watching Kelly and watching him come down to that cut and the pressure that's going to be on him, he said he's fighting that niggling injury in his psoas. So, yeah, so much to look forward to at Margaret River and watching the shuffle of this leaderboard. We've seen so much shuffling been done at this event.
Yeah, Rich, it's a tough one. The cut line just after where Liam O'Brien's name is there, there's all those surfers sitting in equal 21st position, but that kind of takes us through to that number 24 spot. There's no bigger story than Kelly below the cut line at the moment.
No, he's the one that everyone's going to watch. You know, this could potentially be, you know, his last event officially as a tour competitor. We'll have to wait and see. You know, Kelly, there were moments here where he surfed really, really good down here at Bells, and obviously not the result that he's been wanting. In his post-hit interview, he talked about how he feels like he's been in a slump for almost a year now, basically since that pipeline win. So, you know, he's going to have to find something special coming into Margaret's. There's no one with more experience than this man, so if there's anyone that can do it, he can. And I think if we go over to box from main break, that's when Kelly's really going to start rubbing his hands together.
I think we're interested to see how he goes in the event, but, you know, we're just thinking so far forward about what potentially might happen if he doesn't make that cut. That's where our mind goes. But Kelly, he'll be focused on a big result. He's had massive scores there in the past, including 10-point rides. So we'll see how he goes. But on the women's side, some surfers who have shored up their position, you can see them there. There's only a few of them. Molly Picklum, Carissa Moore and Tyler Wright. It's pretty impressive.
That is super impressive. That means there's only 7 spots left on the women's side. You know, that to keep yourself alive, to keep your dream alive, to keep competing this season. Yeah, it's a really compressed field.
The field is so gnarly on the women's side. Just elevating yourself into the top 10 each season is a monumental task. That's by the end of the year, so, you know, it's going to be a really hard-fought battle. And speaking of, you know, just unbelievable nerve under pressure, Isabella Nichols broke through for her first CT win last year, Rich, to keep a place on the CT. She couldn't do it with a second. She had to get the victory.
Yeah, the scenario was unbelievable, and I love when these stories unfold in surfing where someone is just pushed to the absolute limit. There's only one option, it's to win, and they somehow find a way to do it. So Isabella went all the way last year. I remember that one massive turn that she made, and that was like the defining moment, a one pinnacle move that got her the victory.
Well, Isabella already jumping from 15th place below the cut line into 10th position. So she's a little higher on the rankings, and her goal won't be quite as lofty when she gets to stop number 5, but I know she'll want to go back to back. But who are you watching on the women's ratings, Rosie? Who's a big story to follow as we head to stop 5?
Well, we're going to have a look, at that back end. I think, for me, Sally Fitzgibbons, because she was at number 11 coming into this event here. So, she's won at Margaret River. She's got all the pressure on her now. She kind of got that WSL wildcard to be in this position competing on this season's championship tour. So, very interested to see those women on the back end of the season.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty intense, isn't it, Rich? Sal is going to be up against it.
Yeah, she really is. And another name that springs to my mind is Courtney Conlog, who's missing from that, that top echelon there, and someone who could really, do well at Margaret River. She loves that big ocean